Hello and welcome to another episode of TERA. I remember telling you guys that I would be making a video about testing out both of my weapons, which I currently have in my possession, which is the Disciplinary arc cannon and the Frostmetal arc cannon, which is equipped right now. What I have right now is the PVE set. I actually saw some according to the recommendations of several people which they gave in the YouTube commentary, they told me to see some guides. So those guides basically said to put these crystals here. So I have right now a fine pounding Niviote, fine focused Niviote, fine spiteful Niviote, and fine savage Niviote. 3 of them have to do with the damage from behind. This one increases the crit power against enraged monsters. Oh, this one, so only 2. The other one is critical power when attacking from behind, and this one is also when attacking from behind, and this one is just increases the damage against monsters of all kind by 8.1%. So for this battle, for this test, I will be using only the prime battle solution because I need the constant MP supply, which is this bar here, to test in order to test the weapons to their full potential. I will need a constant supply of mana. Yeah, this will be pretty much it. I could use many more other potions, but they would just be impacting the results of this test in the ways that I don't know if they would be positive by the end of it. So I will try to keep it as clean as possible in terms of potion. So I'll just, in terms of potion, so I'll just use the prime battle solution, which is the normal standard, I guess. The other ones don't give me any mana, so I will not be using them. They only increase the power and speed of attacks and blah blah blah, something that I don't really need. All I need right now is purely to test my weapon, and even the battle solution is kinda, yeah, increases crit power. It's a very good potion. Probably shouldn't be using it in this test, but I will use it for both tests, so I hope everything goes as planned. So for this test, I will be using the powerful Zergs, which is the power increasing ones. Then I have these ones, which will not impact in any way this test. Then I have the normal earrings and rings. Well, basically the same stuff I use, whether it's PvE or PvE gear. Okay, so so I explained this. Okay, so I think we are set. So let's get to it. I will not be using any kind of buffs, by the way. I have my bar here to see how much damage I do per minute. Claw Rider, reset stone. Okay. So let's do this. I will begin by attacking it from the front, actually. Let's try a frontal attack and we shall see what is the average of my attacks. How much damage they give. Okay, so my prime battle solution is on. And let's get to it. So right now it seems to be 1.7. Let's see if I can keep it up. So it seems to be stabilizing around 1.5 million. So it's not really stabilizing there, it's decreasing. Yeah, most of that damage was probably because of that super blast. The Baldur's Refuge? No, that's the dungeon. The Baldur's attack. So I'd say it will stabilize around 1 million. By the way, I haven't done this test yet. I have tried to make the test from behind. So the one from the front, I haven't tried it yet. So I don't really know. Let's see if I can just attack it like this. So far it's been 1.2, 1.20. 1,200,000 per second damage. Okay. So I will do this until 50%. I can probably be faster than this if I'm not making any kind of commentaries. I can concentrate more, but this is usually my speed, so I won't try to lie to you guys. This is pretty much it. Okay. Oh gosh, it's getting closer to 1 million. Okay. Okay, so maybe it's more around 1.1 million. Ooh. So we're getting close to 50%. And it does look like it's stabilizing around a little over 1 million. Yeah, something like that. Yeah, it's stabilizing around 1 million. Yeah, actually it's 1 million. I'd say it's 1 million clear. Oh, there we go, 50%. So it's around 1 million. Let's say 1 million. So I want to reset this, right? Oh, by the way, when I was testing out from behind without recording, I forgot to reset him, and then I wasn't able to... I killed him actually, and I wasn't able to reset him. So if you're doing one of these tests yourself, remember to not kill him. Ah, there we go, 100%. I wonder if the crystal will appear again. I hope it does. I hope it does. Oh, there we go. So you can reset, that's cool. What's this? Increases endurance in PvP. Okay, that's weird. Oh, it's still this. Come on, reset, reset. How can I reset this? So let's try the same thing but from behind. Every skill that was on cooldown has reset. Well, let's wait a little bit for the power brooch. Okay, so my empowered brooch has reset. Everything is clear to be used. I'm not so sure why hasn't this reset yet, but probably it will disappear once I start attacking it or something like this. Well, let's try it anyway. So, okay. Oh, he can turn. What? Come on, don't turn. Boom. He didn't turn the last time, he just stood there. Boom. Look at this, huh? 2.5 million. So it's going nice. Wow, that health is dropping really fast. Look at all these crystals being activated. Woo! Cool. Actually, it's just one. It's the MP crystal. Oh, that's weird. Why don't the others appear? I still have the same crystals. Yeah, I do. Odd. So it dropped below 2 million. Okay, I'll try to be better. Come on. So it's going again to 2 million or close to it. Wow, it's slow. Come on, come on. Speed up, speed up. There we go. Oh, that glyph is really cool. Whoa, it's dropping so fast to 50%. I might have to do a little bit more than just 50% because it's not stabilizing yet. It's not stabilizing yet. So, 18 million. Okay. So it's stabilizing around 1.8. 1.8. Come on, speed up, speed up. So it's 1.8. Well, I hope I don't kill him. 1.8, yeah, around that. So I'll do this until 10%. Boom. Cool. So 1.8, it's almost exactly 1.8. Come on, come on. Dropping close. Come on. Almost there. Yeah, so it's around 1.8. Come on, speed up, speed up, speed up, speed up. And this will be my last attack. So 1.78, I'd say around 1.80. Around 1.80. Yeah, that's about it. Also, my boulders was almost recharged, so after I would use it, just needed to wait a few seconds, it would be 1.80 something. So until every boulder reaches the reset time, it will drop slightly below 180. It will be 175. Then it stops here. Is this the actual number? Maybe not. Maybe it's because I destroyed the crystal. Maybe it's something like this. So this is what you get by using a +4 PvP weapon. I really doubt that I will be able to... that I will do actually worse by using a PvP weapon. Even with all these crystals. I mean, if you want, I can try changing these crystals for other crystals. No, actually, I will do this at the end, when I will use when I will use the PvP weapon. So let us move to my preferred weapon, which is this one, which is the weapon I use to farm always. So, so he turns once to the place where you started to attack him. Oh, okay. Then he just stays there. Well, I don't like this side. I'll just turn him one more time. Yeah, just stay here. So this time, just as with the PvE weapon, with the PvP weapon, again, I shall remind you that the only thing that changes from here to here is the PvP weapon and the 4 crystals with it. The PvP weapon does not take any PvE crystals, so it's a bummer, but it's how TERA has made things. Also, by the way, these are the stats of my weapon. It has 1 itching, but this itching was there always, and it only increases the attack speed by 2.5% and decreases skill cooldown by 2%, which is basically nothing. When you use this itching by itself alone, it doesn't do much, so it shouldn't impact this test in such a significant way. So, yeah, let's get to it. So everything on, everything has reset. This one is not important. This is just the resistance to knockdown. I don't need it. Okay, so let's get to it. So during the first attempt I got 1 million, well, let's say 1 million flat, 1 million plus by attacking from the front. Okay, let's see how we do this time. Test number 3. PvP weapon from the front. Oh, come on, 6 million? Really? Oh, come on. I can already see the difference. Can't you guys? I don't even have to attack it even this fast to see just how more powerful this weapon is. Yeah, even if it will drop below 2 million, it won't be as bad. So, we're doing pretty well so far. Wow, but look at it dropping. It's really dropping a lot. Okay. So it's holding. Again, I will do this until 50%. So 170, it's stabilizing. So 10% more. Come on. Boom. And we are almost done. Huh, but it's not yet stabilizing. It's not stabilizing. I should continue further until it stabilizes. So now it's stabilizing. 160. I'd say, yeah, it's 160. Now it's stabilized. So around 160, 170, depending on how good my rotations are, which they aren't very well defined yet. So okay, so 160 against 1.0 from the PVE weapon. So by PVE weapon it was 108. Well, let's be generous, 1.1 million. By PvP weapon I had 1.6 million, 1.7-ish. Well, let's say between 1.6 and 1.7. So now is the PvP weapon. From behind, test 4. Let's just wait a little bit till everything is reset. And my brooch also. Let's just wait a little bit. So I have just rewatched the previous video, no, the previous take I made with the PvE weapon. I forgot that the damage that I actually did with the PvP weapon from the front was almost the same as with the PvE weapon. With this weapon here, using all the crystals. So now that I will do the same with the PvP weapon from behind, I mean, even without the crystals, the attack from behind is always stronger. There are criticals just as you have on the PvE weapon. Nothing really changes much, so well, the change in damage is of course noticeable, but I mean, if the PvP weapon did so well from the front in comparison to the PvE weapon, I mean, come on guys, I won. Let's say I won. The attack from behind will be so much stronger. It will be around 2 million. The PvE weapon from the back was 1.80, 1.70, pretty much the same as the PvP weapon from the front. So you can be sure that this will be over 2 million. It's almost for sure, guys. It will be over 2 million. either over or 190 something, which is for sure the best weapon to be used for PvE, which is this one. So this should be test number 4, as I stated. Everything is on, everything is without cooldown. Oh, okay, so let's summon a new bot, just to be sure that everything goes correctly. Okay, let's do this. Oh, that's right, he has to turn. So I lost a little bit of time there. Okay, let me just put this. I lost a little bit of time there. I hope that that doesn't impact too much. By the way, if I wouldn't be using that battle solution, the yellow potion that I use every time I begin this test, I would be running on depleted mana bar, so it's probably for the best that I used it. So let's do this test until it stabilizes. Okay. So it seems to be stabilizing at 90. I will do this test until the balders come online. That should set the bar. You can see the difference, it's much better. Yeah, it's stabilized. Yeah, it's 190. 190, 180. 190, 180. Yeah, it always jumps from 180 to 190 to 180 to 190 all the time. So there you have it, guys. My bar stabilized around 180, 190, which is higher than the PVE weapon, which is this weapon. Always miss it. Which is this weapon here. So yeah, there you have it, guys. There you have it. If you so wish, I can enchant this weapon to +9 and perhaps try it once more. Then I do believe that it may make a difference. Even though I don't trust the Frostmetal to do so much better than the PvE one, because as I remember on my Mystic, when you enchant this weapon to +9, nothing really changes, not much changes. Just slight increase in the attack modifier power and maybe, I don't know, new stats, maybe 1 or 2 new stats, I'm not so sure. So yeah. Oh, and by the way, you can, I have here increased power, critical power by 0.01 times. I don't know how that impacted my weapon, but since this one also has sort of an, well, this one also has an itching, and you can consider this here also an itching, I'd say that this itching here is cancelled somewhat by this slight critical power increase. So there you have it, guys. Until you reach around +9, I think +6, this weapon +6 will do just the same as this weapon, or maybe even lower than the PvP weapon. Once it stabilizes, I think it will be around 175, because when you enchant it, the attack doesn't really increase that much, and the crystals remain the same, of course. So I may do this test once more with +6 and +9, just to show you guys that just to show you guys who still are not convinced that this weapon is still trash at +6, maybe not at +9, but I don't know, let's say that I am reserving judgment for +9 Frostmetal to be better than my PvP weapon, which is +6. I think that something that it will stabilize around +7. Maybe the weapons in terms of power will become the same for monsters, of course, because in terms of actual raw power, of course, the PvP weapon takes the cake. But then there is also the problem of the stationary monsters. I mean, this monster was stationary all the time that I did the attack from the front and from the back. And if you remember, the attack from the back was just slightly stronger than the attack from the front. And yet both of them, the attack from the back was basically of almost the same power as the attack from the front, from the back with the PvE weapon. So attack from the front with the PvP weapon was basically the same as the attack from the back with the PvE weapon. I think it was slightly, maybe more, but it was basically the same. Maybe my speed of attacks changed, I don't know, I'll have to see the videos again. But since using this weapon you can attack the monster from the front and from the back and basically have the same kind of, almost the same kind of difference in attack, proves my point that using the PvP weapon over the Frostmetal is perhaps should be perhaps your go-to weapon until you can enchant this through Frostmetal. What is the next one? The Stormancy. Until you reach the Stormancy weapon, your PvP weapon should be your main. Because let's be honest, the monster will constantly be turning towards you. Especially there are some monsters who turn quite a lot and are quite nimble. They jump all the time and they are always looking to face you. So getting behind them is really hard, and maybe 20 or 30% of your attacks, at least at the minimum, will be, whether you like it or not, from the front. And in this, your PvP weapon will excel versus your Frostmetal weapon. It will excel, guys, it will excel. Because your Frostmetal weapon from the front is trash, you saw it. Your Frostmetal weapon from the front is trash, while the PvP weapon is just as good from the back as it is from the front, with the back being a little bit slightly better than with the attacks from the front. And yeah, if you guys are still unsatisfied with this test and the way maybe I did it, well, I know my rotations aren't perfect, but they were always the same, so the impact of my attacks is always the same, so it shouldn't matter that much to the result of this test. As I said, use the PvP weapon until you reach Stormancy. Until you reach Stormancy 0 or +1, let's say +1, well, let's say the first level of Stormancy, use your PvP weapon. As you can see, you can do pretty decent damage no matter from which side you make it. So do that, guys. And cast your Frostmetal weapon aside at least until you reach +9, please. It will just slow you down, especially since you can't make all the attacks from the back of the monster. And if you are attacking many monsters at the same time, chances are half of them will be looking to different sides, front, back, left, right. You will never be able to actually get all your monsters all the time from the back. And this is where the PvP weapon excels in terms of raw attack power, no matter from which side you attack with it. This is why I go with it always. I can always rely on it to make decent damage, no matter from which side you make the attacks. So yeah, and it's also a weapon that you can use in a more relaxed state. Well, how should I phrase it? It's a weapon that you can use in farming and not having to concentrate too much, not having to grind for 2-3 hours in TERA and having to always look to farm the monster from behind, always looking, running, and getting all tired from finding the best spot to attack the monster. While using the PvP weapon, you can attack from whichever side you want and basically get the same amount of damage that you would get by using the Frostmetal weapon. But this is just my thought. I mean, I've noticed this since a long time ago, and I've done some tests in the open world myself, but haven't posted them. And I've known this for some time now. As I said, if you want, I can make the test with +9 and then Frostmetal. I don't mind spending the gold. It won't actually take so much. Enchanting the Stormancy weapon is hard, but the Frostmetal, it's kinda cheap, and it takes the emeralds, if I'm not wrong. Oh wait, it takes the emeralds, right? Yeah, emeralds, this all is cheap. Yeah, I can do it if you guys ask for it, or maybe I'll decide if I see that you're not so happy in the comments. I will perhaps do the test with the +6, +9, and eventually the I always forget the name, the Stormancy weapon. Well, thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Leave your comments down below. Do please leave your comments down below. I want you to know what you think and if I've changed your mind, because I can tell you something. I have changed my mind in regards to +9 Frostmetal. I haven't tested yet, and perhaps I will, but I do think that maybe +9 Frostmetal will be almost the same in damage as my Disciplinary arc cannon. Although I seriously doubt that from the front the Frostmetal will be able to defeat the PvP weapon. I really doubt it. I don't think that this will happen. At least not the way I do it. So, thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. As always, do leave your comments down below. Subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next video.